Cambodia is in the spotlight thanks to an ambitious project that is causing great concern. All this is because of an ambitious project called the Funan Techo Canal, which has just started in August 2024. This project is not just about infrastructure development, but also holds a major threat that could change the power map in Southeast Asia. Cambodia is a small country with a southwestern coastline bordering the Gulf of Thailand. But ironically, the country has very limited access to the high seas. The port of Sihanoukville, Cambodia's only deep water port, is insufficient to meet the growing needs of trade. Due to poor port infrastructure, Cambodia has to rely on ports in Vietnam for its trade activities. Currently, about 30% of Cambodian cargo is transported through ports in Vietnam using the Mekong River route. This dependency is not only costly, but also puts Cambodia in an economically vulnerable position. In an effort to reduce this dependency, the Cambodian government decided to launch a major project that will connect the Mekong River and Basak River in the Phnom Penh region, the capital of Cambodia. The canal project will be 180 kilometers long, with a width of 100 meters and a depth of up to 5.7 meters. With an estimated budget of $1.7 billion, the canal is expected to be completed by 2028 and will reduce dependence on Vietnamese ports to 10%. Cambodia projects that the canal will generate revenues of $88 million in its first year of operation and increase to $570 million per year after 25 years. However, this cost estimate triggers many questions. In comparison, a similar 100-kilometer canal project in China cost more than $10 billion. How could Cambodia possibly complete this project with a much lower budget? Many analysts suspect that additional costs will arise later on, which will increase Cambodia's debt burden. Behind this grand ambition is a worrying fact. 49% of the funding for the Funan Techo Canal comes from China, a figure that shows the extent of China's influence in this strategic project. China has long been recognized as Cambodia's main partner. Cambodia has often been a shield for China to quell protests from Mekong River countries around Chinese-controlled river flows. More surprisingly, as reported by CNN, almost 40% of Cambodia's total foreign debt, which now reaches more than $11 billion, comes from China. This dependency not only ties Cambodia down financially, but also creates concerns that its government's policies will be increasingly skewed towards China's interests. This dependency is not just limited to the economy. In the military sector, China's influence is increasingly apparent. In May 2024, Cambodia held the largest joint military exercise with China, marking the strengthening of the two countries' strategic relationship. However, what has caught the world's attention the most is the Ream Naval Base renovation project in Sihanoukville, which is fully funded by China. The project, managed by China Metallurgical Group, includes the construction of new military facilities. In fact, in September 2024, China gifted 2 warships to Cambodia as part of this cooperation. Although the Cambodian government calls the development of this base part of its military modernization, many analysts believe that the base will benefit China more than Cambodia. China's military presence in the region also has the potential to spark tensions with neighboring countries and the United States, which oversees the Indo-Pacific region. Sure enough, in December 2024, a United States Navy warship arrived in Cambodia, marking the first visit in 8 years. The visit was billed by the United States as an effort to help and support regional peace and security. In addition to involvement in the Funan Techo Canal and Ream base projects, China's dominance in Cambodia's infrastructure development is also evident. China has financed major projects such as a new international airport in Phnom Penh, a network of highways, and a large tourist area that includes luxury hotels and casinos in Sihanoukville. Sihanoukville itself is now dubbed China's Little City, as most of the economic activity in the region is dominated by Chinese companies. However, geopolitics is not the only major concern with this project. The construction of the Funan Techo Canal in Cambodia also raises a number of serious environmental concerns. One of the impacts is the potential change in water flow patterns of the Mekong River, which could exacerbate drought problems and increase saltwater intrusion in the Mekong Delta, a region that is the backbone of Vietnam's agricultural production. With these changes, not only the agricultural sector is threatened, but also the food security of millions of people in the region. In addition, the construction of this canal poses a great risk to the habitats of endangered species. The Mekong River ecosystem relies heavily on seasonal flood cycles to support a wide range of flora and fauna. Experts warn that the canal, which will likely function like a dam, could block the flow of water and stop the supply of water to downstream areas, including the Mekong Delta in southern Vietnam. Furthermore, there are concerns that the project could increase the risk of flooding in some areas, mainly due to changes in water management and related infrastructure development. These threats are exacerbated by pre-existing problems such as pollution, excessive sand mining, and the impacts of climate change. Conservationists have long warned that the Mekong River is in critical condition due to these pressures. This concern is not only shared by Vietnam or other neighbouring countries, but also by the international community. The Mekong River is one of the largest fisheries centres in the world, providing livelihoods for millions of people. Negative impacts on the river's ecosystem could affect the economic and food security of many countries. Despite growing criticism of the project, construction of the Funan Techo Canal continues. The project has made rapid progress since the groundbreaking ceremony on August 5th last year. On December 21st, the first part of the boundary marking process along the 21-kilometre stretch from Prek Ta Keo to Prek Po was fully completed. In addition, as of mid-December, about 55% of the boundary marking for Phase 1 had also been completed. These developments show that Cambodia is committed to completing this ambitious project, despite the growing controversy.